Welcome to Notebook. Freedom of expression is truly an awesome freedom. You can say anything you want, when you want, and how you want. Or can you? Many conclude that FOE is the cornerstone of a democratic society. Voltaire, the French philosopher, is famous for saying, "I do not agree with what you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." We think this will give you the idea of what he was defending. Censorship, the opposite of FOE, limits expression seen as harmful or objectionable. The Romans created the office of the censor to guide everyone's behavior to fit with the Roman values. Who decided what these values were? What was deemed harmful? What was objectionable? With the Romans, that was easy. The emperor decided. But in today's complicated world, who decides the line between FOE and censorship? Let's take a look at some very different situations. You decide where to draw the line. In 399 BC, Socrates was famously sentenced to drink hemlock. Plato called Socrates the wisest man in the Republic. Socrates was accused of disrespecting the gods and encouraging Athenian youth to be disrespectful. Why do you think Socrates was condemned to die for freely expressing his views? Lee Kuan Yew, born 2,500 years after Socrates died, was surely his opposite. Mr. Lee transformed Singapore from a tiny island into a huge economic success today. To do this, Mr. Lee controlled all aspects of Singapore's society, including FOE. He disliked anyone who criticized his ways, and even banned chewing gum, which he thought made too much of a mess. So, who would you side with? Mr. Lee, the strict disciplinarian who restricted FOE to achieve his Singaporean values of cleanliness, discipline, and success? Or the wisest man in the Republic, who enjoyed challenging those in power? Now, let's take a look at the statement by Salman Rushdie. What is freedom of expression? Without the right to offend, it ceases to exist. Do you agree with Mr. Rushdie? If so, how do you think about cyberbullying? Can we say offensive things about other people? What if these remarks are hurtful and mean-spirited? FOE is in action around us every day. Do big companies use the idea that we should be free to express ourselves and do what we want to sell us stuff? Let's take a look.
Listen, if you can run a mile, run a race. You know what? Run a marathon. Outrun a movie star. Move your legs, move your feet, move the ball. Is that PK? Score the goal. Yeah, that is PK. If you can beat your friend one-on-one, beat him. Steal it. Take it. Now, take your talents to the streets. Beat the street court legend. That's good. Beat that guy. Hold on. We've been waiting for this. That was nice. Good luck with that.
Is Nike using the idea of FOE to get us to buy their shoes? Can you think of any better examples? We are sadly familiar with the recent deaths of cartoonists in Paris, killed by men who claim to have been deeply offended because the cartoonist made fun of the Prophet Muhammad. the French government is faced with a problem. They must protect FOE, but this may result in unfortunate and at times violent reactions. What did Pope Francis have to say about this?
Some said what many are thinking, and that is that the paper should have held back out of respect to Islam. It's a theme that the Pope picked up today on his trip to the Philippines. He said freedom of expression should have limits, especially when it comes to religion.
Finally, a lighthearted example of a Hollywood movie making fun of a dictator.
3 weeks from tonight, I will be traveling to Pyongyang, North Korea, to interview President Kim Jong-un.
Mr. Rappaport, I'm Agent Lacey with Central Intelligence. You two are going to be in a room alone with Kim, and the CIA would love it if you could take him out. Take him out.
For coffee? Dinner? For kimchi?
No, take him out.
You want us to kill the leader of North Korea?
Yes.
The dictator, of course, is President Kim Jong-un of North Korea. And we understand he wanted this movie censored. Despite threats made by his supporters, this silly movie was uncensored. But what about a serious movie that exposes the truth about a government? Should the government be allowed to censor it? Welcome to Notebook, where there are no easy answers. In the next few weeks, we want you to ask challenging questions and exchange ideas with your international teammates. We look forward to your opinions on FOE and hope you enjoy the course.